Welcome to Reelshock, the good, the bad, and the what the fuck, where we watch the worst, weirdest, and most disturbing films so you don't have to. With me today is my returning guest, Jo, my wife, who I made watch this boobs, betrayal, and swimming pool scene that defies physics. Today we are watching Showgirls.
Reelshock.
I want to see you dance, and I want to see you smile.
You fuck them without fucking them. Well, it ain't right. You got too much talent for it to be right.
I got an audition.
Jo, first reactions. Did you expect it to be this bad?
No, I didn't know what I was going into. I never heard of this movie.
You've never heard of it at all?
Nope.
Not even as a bad film?
When you told me Showgirls, I am picturing maybe a drag show or something.
Yeah, you were shocked
Don't know why.
that there was boobs. And I'm like, oh,
Now,
there's going to be boobs the entire movie.
I see why you chose to watch this one.
I can easily say first reaction. This is the first time I've ever watched it from start to finish. I've seen all the clips. I've put the movie together in my head. I've never had to sit there and watch it before. As horny as this film is, I was not turned on at all. There's nothing
It is full
sexy
of
about
titties
this.
and ass.
It's full of a lot of boobs, but they're doing such
Good
unattractive
bodies,
things. I disagree. Everything is just horrible for me. It just was not good.
I understood why you picked this movie.
Look at these tits. What are these, watermelons? This is a stage, babe. It's not a patch.
How would you describe our main character, Nomi?
Oh, she's angry. She's where is Jessie from Saved by the Bell?
Yeah.
Sweet little Jessie. She's turned into this angry, feisty woman that's just angry for no reason, though, it feels like.
Let's do the breakdown. Act 1, the stripper with a dream. Nomi Malone. I didn't know that was her last name. A mysterious drifter with a duffel bag and rage issues hitchhikes to Vegas. She gets robbed immediately and is left alone in front of a casino. She's taken in by Molly, a kind costume designer for a famous Vegas show, Goddess, at the Stardust Hotel. They become fast friends and room together. Molly brings Nomi backstage at Goddess, where Nomi meets Crystal, the star of the show, and Crystal's sleazy boyfriend, Zach, who's Stardust Entertainment director. Crystal's condescending to Naomi, calling her a stripper, which offends her deeply, even though Nomi is a stripper at Cheetah's, a grimy Vegas club where dancing looks more like demonic possession. Crystal and Zach show up at Cheetah's to watch Nomi's performance, and Crystal forces Nomi to give Zach a lap dance so intense it could shatter a pelvis. Let's talk about Act 1.
Well, her and Molly immediately move in together. They don't even know each other.
Right before they move in together, the way Molly picks her up is just offers her help after she's been robbed. And it's just so not normal because Nomi's already yelling at her right away.
Yeah, she's really rude to her. And then she's like, yeah, you can stay with me.
And she offers to buy her food, which the next scene is they cut to her eating French fries in the most aggressive manner ever seen.
Goes hungry.
I think she even ends up, it kind of bums me out because she gets mad at the questions and ends up throwing the fries.
Different places.
Which kind of upsets me just for the waste of food. Yeah, have you eaten and someone gets you food and you just toss it? So right off the bat, you know you're in for very poor acting, very poor writing. We don't talk about this. I never heard anyone talk about this, but I kind of enjoyed I wrote down fat stripper, but that's not fair. The big lady entertainer.
She's more of
she's hilarious.
The MC kind of person, I guess.
Yeah, and I thought
she's quite funny,
was a good actress in what she was doing. She knew what the movie was, and she was killing it.
She's funny. She brings a little bit of humor to an otherwise very angry movie.
Nomi is the only one that can fix her dress, so she's able to pop out those boobies by squeezing her arms down. And she does it a little too much.
There's a lot of boobs.
Yeah.
Love ass.
Yeah, they're dancing. All of them are horrific dancers. That's going to be a big theme in this breakdown.
Yeah. I'm not a guy, but I don't think it would float my boat.
That is not how it's done. No, because we get to the lap dance that Crystal buys Zach with Nomi For $500, very expensive. That it was not normally this price, but Nomi didn't want to do it.
She said no women, didn't she? But let's talk about the dance.
Yeah. So we get to the horrible grinding. Nomi is grinding on Zach like a maniac. I will try to show as much footage as I can, but Nomi is always naked in this. This might be the rare film where the star is naked 50% of the time.
Yeah, he gets a bit excited and there's a bit of a happy ending.
I thought he was just exhausted from watching her.
Yeah.
He was just, tired.
Let me educate you.
Watching. I don't know if it happens before. I think it happens after, but we also get introduced to James. Nobody in this film. We've discussed this before that he has relevance to the plot at all.
They could cut him out and nothing would change.
Much like Indiana Jones finding the Ark in Raiders of the Lost Ark, there is no effect on the story here. In my breakdown, when I looked it up, he wasn't even in it. He didn't need to be in it. But we're going to bring him up because there's a great dance scene at the club where he sees her dancing. He's like, man, she can dance. But at the same time, keeps dissing her and saying she can't dance.
Yeah.
And it's over and over again. Every scene these two share, which is in between the main story and doesn't have to be there, is them arguing about how she can dance and not dance.
There's some crazy dancing. I feel like if you were in the club and you saw people like that, you would think they were very drunk or on something.
They're dancing very aggressive.
Yeah, it's like a fight, but I don't know. If I saw this going on, I would assume they were like very high.
Yeah.
And then he says that great line about how she's
Teasing my dick.
Oh, jeez. He keeps calling her a bitch, and I didn't really like it. There was not really necessary.
He's really nasty to her.
Yeah, I
And
think
he's not
he
even
thinks
like
he's being cool.
He's not even like hot or anything. Like he's got nothing. He's a bouncer.
I don't know. And then he becomes even less later on. He keeps losing his job because he keeps hanging
Yeah, he
out with
loses his
Nomi.
job that night because he gets in a fight because he disses her and she kicks him in the balls and then turns into a fight. So he loses that job.
Yeah. We might as well say all of James' stuff because it has no effect on the plot.
By the end, like she's not speaking to him because he got with this other girl. By the end, she goes to see him and he's stripped club, whatever he's doing a dance on stage with the girl. Turns out he's got her pregnant and now they're getting married because she's knocked up. And then she says to him, hey, do you want a drink? And he says, yeah, get me a beer, bitch. It's just
worse.
horrible.
He has no effect on the story. Cut him out of the movie. It would still be the same movie. Act 2, Rise and Grind. This has got most of the stuff we're going to talk about in this film. Zach is so impressed that he helps Nomi get an audition for Goddess. Nomi auditions. The choreographer is a raging misogynist. Still not coming out right.
Yeah, that's right.
Misogynist. But she lands the job. Nomi joins the show, and after some drama with two other girls, Nomi works her way to Crystal's understudy. Tension between Nomi and Crystal peak with their sexual charged insults. Zach shows more and more interest in Nomi, leading to the two sleeping together in a pool scene. Nomi can't take Crystal anymore and ends up shoving her down the stairs. Crystal breaks her hip. Nomi becomes the new lead in Goddess. That was a lot there. That was the beginning of her getting the show to the rise of her.
I mean, it's not really a lot though, is it? It's hardly like plot of the century.
No, I mean, I just said like an hour and a half of the movie.
That is the whole movie.
This is like
that's
the
all that
most
happens.
of the movie.
Yeah, so let's talk about the audition and the when she gets the part.
I thought you liked that one. Yeah, you like this scene.
Yeah, the audition is just horrible. Like this movie is really like female hating.
I've seen you before.
Yes, Mr. Moss, I auditioned for you in January. You told me to get my nose fixed.
Nose looks good.
Thank you, Mr. Moss.
Nice smile, too.
Thank you, Mr. Moss.
You know what, though? Your ears are sticking out. They are. Come back and see me when you get them fixed.
The way he's like telling these women that they're not good enough and they've got big ears and they need to lose weight. It's just disgusting.
He's going down the line, telling them everything that's wrong with them and kicking them out immediately. He's known for being a prick. This isn't like they're trying to make this guy look like a good guy or anything, but it's a lot.
I feel like
it's
there's a
little
lot of
too
these
much.
men in this movie though.
Yeah. I think there's some true stories that the writers actually had that they're bringing into this film, saying like, this is Hollywood. And they're not trying to be good about it. They're saying like, I've witnessed this myself. And they were bringing that into the film. So it's good to expose it, but it sucks to like watch this.
So she gets the part.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Are we already? Is this was this choreography part the part where she had to get topless, or is that
No,
later
that's later on.
on? Okay, you bring up when that comes because I mixed it up. I thought they were together.
That's like the audition. So then she tells her place that she's leaving, and her boss is all like, "Yeah, you'll never make it." Blah blah blah. Like you'll be back here. You'll be back to the strip club, kind of thing.
Yeah.
She starts learning the choreography. They show her the choreography one time. She gets to watch like 20 seconds of a dance and has to know it apparently. Then she starts getting into the routine, and there's that great scene where she's just starting, and the choreographer.
No, I mean, what kind of turn was that? Do a PK turn. That's it.
That's it.
She nails it on that second one. Boom, right in front of the camera. Good camera angles every now and then, but it just adds to the poor acting, the poor drama, and the overacting, really, the overexcitement of her, Nomi, constantly in this film. Why don't you get right to the other choreographer you've seen then? I didn't know they were two separate scenes. This movie is just the
so
same
that's
garbage
like-
over and over again.
That's the fully clothed choreography. The next one is she has to get her shirt off, and that's when he tells her that her nipples should be erect and that she can use ice.
Listen,
that.
you're making it even creepier. I mean, it was kind of creepy, but the way you're doing this is creepy as hell.
Right,
So they
that's
have
what-
to get topless.
Basically,
so
what he
sees them.
says he says, "I'm erect. Why aren't you?"
And they make her ice her nipples to become more erect. It's a very weird, disturbing. Everything about this is just
horrible.
very dreadful to watch. Her old boss wants to congratulate her.
Yeah, they have this really touching moment where he's actually very nice to her after being a complete prick
Yeah.
previously.
I'm going to play the scene because it's a great scene. This is the only touching moment in all of this. We're going to get it going. Oh, no, just ignore it. Don't worry about that. Sorry.
Real good. You take care, kid.
Nice guy.
Must be weird not having anybody come on you.
I even like the moment that she's still in the moment there.
I feel like the other lady's not like, "Oh, come on, don't say that."
All
They're
three of
just
them
like-
take it very serious. Like not one of them budged. I'm like, ugh. They
I
all
had
are
to
like-
ruin it. It's like they're in that moment still.
This also gets us to a dinner date with Nomi and Crystal, which is equally weird. It's just bizarre, their conversation. It kind of starts off normal, but it eventually gets into the type of food they eat, and they both admit to eating dog food.
I've had dog food.
You have?
Long time ago. Doggy chow. I used to love doggy chow. I used to love doggy chow too.
Doggy chow.
Doggy Chow, their favorite brand. Both of them have tried it. Both of them enjoy it.
They don't like brown rice and vegetables. They like doggy chow.
Why did they bring it up? Why are they talking like that's a normal thing?
Does it help you lose weight or something?
Oh, is that a thing that I,
don't
didn't know
That's
about?
because they're talking about how they eat brown rice and vegetables, right? And then she's like, "Do you even like that?" No. It's worse than dog food. I've had dog food.
I thought they were just
I don't
so
know.
poor.
I'm thinking like, yeah, maybe it's poor, or like maybe it's like a way of getting protein when you can't afford.
And you're making me
food.
think more about this now. Yeah,
Kind
Crystal's been tricking her the entire time. It was a trick. And this is what starts the tension between Nomi and Crystal. Nomi now knows that Crystal is just not into her at all. And this leads to Nomi kind of getting revenge. The sexy pool scene.
Fish.
Yeah, the fish.
More fish.
I call it the floppy fish. That's how I like to say she dances, but this one's really fishy.
Kind of reminded me of like a shark attack.
It looks like a lot like the Jaws attack.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah. When you
Yeah,
picture
Chrissy.
Chrissy from Jaws, that's how this looks with sex. Okay. You showed us. Yeah.
If I did that, you would say, "What the are you doing?"
I'd be entertained for a bit. Act 3. The glitter crashes down. Nomi starts living the star life. Media interviews, parties, designer knockoffs, but her past catches up with her. Zach discovers her real name is Polly, and she has a record of prostitution, assault, and possession. At a party, Molly's idol, singer Andrew Carver, invites her to his suite. and his bodyguards and him brutally assault her in one of the scene's most shocking and darkly out of nowhere scenes. Molly is hospitalized. Stardust executives cover up the assault to protect Carver. Naomi is furious and decides to get revenge. In a full rage glam mode, Naomi confronts Carver and beats the absolute hell out of him in his hotel room. She visits Crystal in the hospital, apologizes. Crystal forgives her and seemingly proud of Naomi's ruthlessness. Naomi leaves Vegas the same way she arrived, in a stranger's car, flipping off the city in the sunglasses, but this time with a knife in her boot and secrets behind her eyes. Just drives off into the sunset. How'd you feel about Act 3?
I did not like the attack scene. I felt like that came out of nowhere. It did not fit the rest of the movie at all. It just felt like they were like clutching at straws at the end, kind of. And like this guy literally came out of nowhere. Like I've never even heard his name in the rest of the movie. And suddenly they're meeting this celebrity guy and he's attacking a friend. And it's quite like horrific, the scene.
Yeah, there's so many points to this scene. I hate it all. It doesn't need to be there. If it is there, you don't need to show it how you showed it, because the tone of the movie has been like light and fluffy and maybe R-rated, but
it goes very
like
dark,
sexy. There's just no reason for this scene at all. It doesn't have to be in their period, because they could just write around this. Like they could write anything differently, or you just don't show it, like closing of a door with the bodyguards coming in. You would take the hint. It just cuts back to it too. It's just overly horrible scene. It wrecks the whole movie for me. I might actually like this film if it wasn't for that scene.
Like no one helps her, and there's like 3 guys attacking her.
You're getting us to like have this villain for no reason. Like he's in the 3rd act. I don't know him.
Yeah, like the movie's basically over.
And we like Molly too. You gave us the one girl. I think he wanted to show like, oh, like see the good people get hurt in Vegas. Like that's how ruthless Vegas is. Because he said Molly was the only person that was a good person in the film. So
yeah, she was the only decent one. But then when she goes to see Crystal, she kind of says that she doesn't blame her, because that's pretty much how she got the starring role as well.
Yeah. Crystal like knows all too well this is exactly what she did, and that's why she's not mad about this. She's like, I've done the same thing. Like, the movie ends the same way it begins.
She was hitchhiking. The guy picked her up. He stole her suitcase at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then at the end, somehow she meets the same guy while hitchhiking.
Well, he likes to pick up hitchhikers.
I mean, in Vegas, what are the chances? So it comes full circle. But she also just got the like lead starring role that she wanted, and now she's leaving because she beat the shit out of that guy.
Oh yeah, with the ending too. She does come in and beats the shit out of the Carver guy. But it wasn't enough. I kind of wish she killed him, because she's going to leave anyways. So I thought, wouldn't it be cool to see, like, if we're getting this violent and this scary, if she, like, stabbed him and stuff. She just, like, kicks him a lot. I hope he's, like, really hurt, like, near dead hurt, but it didn't really show it to me. I really wanted, for some reason, I thought she was going to stick, like, her stiletto in his eye. I don't know why that was in my head, that was going to happen, but that did not happen. It wasn't enough for me. I could have really seen the violence. See, it would have been great. I would have really loved the violence to have been amped up in the 3rd act. That is Showgirls. A very plain film, not even that erotic. You might find it a little erotic.
There's not a lot going on. It's surface deep.
Yeah.
Very easy. There's no hidden message here. It just is what it is.
They don't even try.
No.
But they spent 2 hours and 12 minutes showing.
It was long. Like it took us a couple of sit-ins, right?
Jesus, yeah.
We
couldn't finish it in one go. You know the movie's bad when you can't finish it in one go. So what did Showgirls have to... It was a flop. Okay. And a lot of people knew this. It made a total of $20 million. And I believe it cost $40 million. Yeah. So
surprised it made that much, though, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, in September, it was a bunch of naked women. So came out in September 22, 1995. What else came out in September? So this was competing with in theaters. Some of these came out in August, but they still did better than Showgirls. This is all the films that did better than Showgirls in September, even if they came out in August. Right above it is Desperado, which came out in August. The Usual Suspects, which came out in August. We're climbing up a little bit more. We got Mortal Kombat, which made $20 million that month alone and ended up making $70 million. That's pretty good for that shit film. Yeah, and Tu Wong Fu got number 1 in September. Thanks for Everything with $26 million and making $36 million overall. A funny story. I once told my friend's parents I saw Showgirls when I was like in 1995, and they're like, you better not have watched that. I'm like, I watched Showgirls like crazy. I love Showgirls.
Wish you did.
I was talking about Tu Wong Fu.
Oh,
I don't know if they ever knew that to this day.
They probably,
I was
like,
talking
your
about Tu Wong
parents let you
Fu.
watch
Yeah,
that?
they were like probably pissed.
bet their dad knew what it was.
They had it out on their table too. I'm like, I love this movie, but
You didn't see the characters on the front. And be
So
like,
back in the day when it was like Blockbuster, it was just Showgirls and Blockbuster.
Oh.
Best movie coming out in September. It came out the exact same day as Showgirls, 7,
oh, it didn't have a chance.
which is also the highest grossing film on here. Not the highest grossing in September. Tu Wong Fu beat it, but it came out at the end of September 7. It made $100 million.
Yeah, definitely a much better film.
Usual Suspects did not make that much. It came out a month earlier. That's kind of sad. Same with Desperado. I thought Desperado was bigger too.
What else has this director done?
This is a big director. This is a huge director. This guy has done a RoboCop, Total Recall. So he's a very popular 80s director.
like the first RoboCop,
The first RoboCop.
but that's like very, well done, like very coherent.
Yeah. But R-rated
Like,
too, right?
good
This guy's got
acting.
like a thing where he's like, I want to show like something that's innocent and then like make it really nasty.
Yeah, but the acting's very good.
He made Hollow Man, which is also pretty pervy.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Kevin Bacon.
Bernadetta, which is pretty new. It's a little pervy. It's like naked nuns.
I feel like French directors are a little pervy.
After Showgirls, he went straight to Starship Troopers, which I love. I don't think you love, but you didn't really get
I
through
haven't
it all.
seen
It's a lot like Showgirls, campy, but when you add the sci-fi factor to it, it's awesome.
But is it like angry and misogynist?
No, they're really pleasant for fighting what they call bugs in Starship Troopers. It's a really awesome film.
Was this the end of her career?
Yeah, it was,
Elizabeth
unfortunately.
Berkley.
Yeah, and I feel
It's a
bad,
shame.
and he feels bad too. I believe he knows he wrecked her career.
She took a lot of blame for that.
Basic Instinct. That one's making a lot more sense, isn't it?
But those are pretty well done though. Like, why was this so like over the top, like bad?
Okay, so there was a millisecond of me loving this film. Tarantino. Did you say tits? Tarantino brought up that this is how this movie's supposed to be. This is an exploitation film. And you saw this a lot in the 70s, and I've seen it a lot with Italian directors and French directors. This is a very normal film in these areas in the 70s. And I totally get it. And once he said that, he won me over. But then again, getting to this movie, the third act and stuff, it is a garbage film. I'm not going to put up with saying I like it. It was fun for a while. Like he kind of knew what he was doing.
I just meant like the other movies you mentioned are a lot more well done than this.
Yeah, like RoboCop and Total Recall are action films. He's nailing it. I guess if he's focusing on an exploitation film, which I don't know why, it's not really in his roster at this moment. Like what's Basic Instinct? That's its own genre too. That's there's like erotic thriller. And that was a big thing
Is that
in
Michael
the 90s.
Douglas?
Yeah. In the 90s and 80s, erotic thrillers were a big thing.
I put it under the same kind of category as like Fatal Attraction,
Exactly.
like that kind of.
Yeah, there's films like that, a lot of films like that, and exploitation films were before that. Most what the fuck moment. I had a lot of trouble. This was hard. I just went with the lap dance scene, a lot of grinding, the doggy chow line. It made no fucking sense. Or the pool floppy fish. That's the best I could do. There's just too much here.
I think I went with the pool scene. It's just a bit.
I'm going to go with the pool scene. It stands
It's
out
crazy.
so
like,
much.
I don't even know what she's doing.
I actually love it. I love how stupid it is.
She's using all her energy, just flailing around.
All right. I'm going to rate the best floppy fish.
Oh, I have to do it?
No, listen, I win. Yours was horrible. I saw where yours was going.
She was kind of like this.
Oh, that looks
Wait,
good.
you look like you're trying to be a ghost or something.
Hey, we're in agreement. The pool scene.
We are in agreement.
Wow.
I mean, there's some really bad one-liners, but I'd say that's like the moment that I was like, what the hell is happening?
Why don't we rate this film? I've got a rating system now. We're going to rate the worst, the weird, and the what the fuck, which is disturbing. Each one of those needs a number out of 10. I rated it worst an 8 because it is almost unbearable. Weirdest, I gave it a 6. That's pretty high because usually worst and weirdest, you can't really do both, but it's still freaking weird. It's still, the lines are just so bizarre, like doggy chow and flopping fish in a pool. It's just a weird movie. And for what the fuck, it gets a 5. That's disturbing. And because of the essay scene at the end, it is a disturbing scene. So it's got to have something. I can't just say this isn't a disturbing film because if I showed you that scene, it's disturbing. It's still disturbing.
Is that 5 out of 10?
Yeah. Like, I mean, you can't.
I feel like I'd go higher.
Well, my disturbing films are like people being flayed while being essayed and stuff. So, like, you got to think of what's disturbing here. Yeah, I know you don't find anything freaking disturbing.
Think the acting.
What about a baby hitting a coffee table?
Well, I'm never going to see that movie.
So assume that's a 10 and now rate this. Worst.
Probably an 8, 7 or 8.
Okay. And weirdest?
I mean, I don't find it that weird. It's just not well done. Maybe like a 6.
That's what I gave it too. A 6. And what the fuck? That's a disturbing factor.
Yeah, I'd probably say about a 6 again.
6, yeah, 6 is fair because it's very disturbing. I just have a lot more in the roster. This was a very short scene at the end. The film as a total wasn't disturbing, but that's pretty crazy that you could show me 20 seconds of this film and it hits a 5.
It wasn't disturbing, but I did say what the fuck a few times.
I mean, that's what it's all about,
I'm
right?
Basing it off.
Let's see what we come up with here.
Calculator.
This film is brain rot cinema.
Yeah.
And that's almost...
You definitely don't need to pay attention to this movie.
No.
Nothing happens.
It is brain rot.
I just came up with an interesting theory. Saved by the Bell, The Wedding, was filmed in 1994 in Las Vegas. I bet she filmed it at the same time.
I'm going to throw a theory.
Jessie was in it, right?
What if this is Jessie? They call her Polly, but she's got plenty of names.
Jessie's gone wild.
She took the caffeine pills. She took the caffeine pills.
Ron took the caffeine pills.
She was wild. All right, folks, that's Showgirls. Listen to the full show on Spotify. I usually add on 10 to 30 more minutes of footage on our Spotify, but always come back to the YouTube to see the visuals. It's a lot more pleasing to watch this sometimes. Other than that, Joe, do you got anything else?
Bye-bye for now.
What are you, Showgirl? Jesus. God. All right, thanks.